Alright, hello. Are we live? Yeah, I think the thumbnail has changed now. Hello everyone. Welcome to the stream. Coming through on a starry night. It's yours truly, the illustrious Phantom Thief, Kurtis Hoshimoto. Hello. Hi, it's me, the Phantom Thief. Hi. Hello. I'm a little tired today. I can't really. My brain is not in a I want to focus mood right now, so I don't think I need to do a work stream. So we're just gonna hang out. I don't know. We might do anything. I don't really know what we're gonna be doing today. Honestly, I might just pull up like a browser game or something, like Pokemon Showdown, or I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet. We're just gonna hang out because I'm very tired. I don't think I slept very well last night. And my brain does not want to lock in. I can't do it right now. So, I mean, I could, but I would need to stack my ADHD meds and coffee, and I don't feel like doing that right now, because that's like 120 milligrams of caffeine, which is already like, at the very least, like as much as like a Red Bull plus additional stimulants because my ADHD meds, and I don't feel like doing that right now. So I can throw hands with my research paper later. We're gonna I wanna I don't feel like doing that right now. So that stacking stimulants does not feel like a good idea right now. I should probably be getting sleep instead. So my research paper can wait. So we're just gonna chat. That's what I feel like doing today. Hi, Black Cat. Hi, Slime VR. Welcome. Maybe we'll draw. I don't know. You could doodle. I haven't figured that part out yet. I think. Also, I promised some of my friends, because it's spring break, that we would. I'd go hang out and have dinner with them later today. So I can't stream for that long. I mean, I think I can go for 2 hours maybe, but I can't stream for that long. So. We're gonna hang out while we can. How are you guys doing today? Yeah, I didn't sleep so well, but that's a me issue. That's a me problem. Alright, there we go. You ate a burger? That sounds good. What kind of burger? Hi Prim, welcome. We're just chatting for today. I also forgot to change the thumbnail, but I changed it now. So the thumbnail should be different. Cheese, yes. I still have to buy Pokopia. I scheduled the Deltarune stream for Friday, but I still haven't like done. I still haven't started this. I haven't like bought Pokopia yet. I wanted to buy I want to buy the physical version, but I think most places are sold out. Like, let me double check. Like, Target.com. I think Target is sold out of Pokopia copies, so I probably have to buy it. Yeah, I probably have to buy it digitally instead of physically, which is not what I like to do. Normally I like to buy the game physically. I think I have to buy it digitally because it's not available. It's not available physically. So, hi Josh. In the stream when I'm getting ready for bed for work. I'm sorry. Are you on the East Coast? It's like 7 p.m. over there, isn't it? I'm sorry. Maybe I probably should have streamed a little bit. I don't know. I'm doing good-ish. I mean, I didn't sleep well. That's okay. I don't feel like focusing right now, so we're gonna hang out. Let me close my window. Hold on. Alright. I'm gonna close my room. Look at 4 a.m. Oh, okay. That way, if you go to sleep at like 8 p.m., I guess, then you have a nice 8 hours of sleep. Well, I mean, I guess 7 hours of sleep. Maybe get up at 3 a.m. And maybe get up at 3 a.m. to start getting ready. Early for me to stream, does it? I mean, I guess normally because I would have class around this time, I think. So normally I stream like maybe an hour later than this. Well, it depends, honestly, because my stream schedule always like revolves around when my classes are in the year. I think maybe like I think it makes sense that I like, because I mean Prim, for example, because now I stream later, but I think maybe in the past couple of years I tried to go for morning classes mostly, so I'd have my afternoons free, so I would stream maybe a couple hours earlier, and then, but now since a lot of my classes are like core astronomy classes now, and all my astronomy professors are maybe bedheads that can't get up in the morning like me, that all my astronomy classes tend to be pretty late, so I would so now I have, yeah, since they're all pretty late now, I have to stream a little bit later. On my days off, I don't really have a bedtime. That sounds like Puns, you know? My friend Puns, he goes to sleep at like, oftentimes he'll stay up until like 8 a.m., 7 a.m., which is not good. He used to work like a night shift, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, he used to work a night shift, but not anymore. 8 a.m. Yeah, no, he would stay up all night. Like it'd be like 5 a.m. for me, and it'd be like 8 a.m. for him. I guess maybe I'm not much better because I go to sleep at like 4 a.m. That's probably why I'm tired. It was like my max. I stay up late, but also I can't function without sleep. I'm very bad at functioning without sleep. I can't do no sleep. The only times I can do no sleep is if I'm like editing a video or like a cover, or like just like editing for the channel, like video editing. But even then, after I'm done editing, and once it gets to like 12, like noon, I feel very awful. I can't, like I don't know about you. Have you guys ever held an all-nighter? Like I feel like when I get an all-nighter, my body temperature starts to rise. My body, like a lot of like my body regulation goes down. Does anyone else feel that? Like with 24 hours without sleep, my body temperature starts to go up. So I feel like I'm starting to heat up. I mean, obviously I feel tired, but also like I get thirstier because I think like my body like isn't regulating itself as well. Yeah, it feels weird. Like it's just like, it's almost like sometimes it's just like a state of like, well, obviously I'm tired, but I'm not like sleepy tired. So I as much as I want to go to sleep, I can't, like, my body doesn't want to fall asleep. I try to lay down, but like it's just like it just feels uncomfortable, and the nap won't relieve it. It has to be a full hours of sleep. It feels weird. I can't do it. I hate that feeling. I hate the feeling of like that my body has when like it's just all night. Yes, I can't do it. It's all-nighters. I suck at them. And then even though, and like, because I have like, I think it's because I have like low blood pressure. It might also just be because like I'm sleepy though, but like I tend to fall asleep. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like I fall asleep in class often. I don't know if this is a common thing, but I feel like it is because, or rather, I feel like I do it more often than other people because I don't notice it when other people fall asleep in class, but I do it pretty consistently. And I actually don't know what the reason behind it is. I just sort of attribute it to low blood pressure because I have kind of low blood pressure normally, but I like fall asleep in class. So if my body isn't like up and I'm not like pumping blood through my system, like, yeah, no, if I'm not like, my body isn't like pumping blood, like I'm not standing up and I have to like sit down, then my body relaxes and I fall asleep in class. Like this isn't even contingent on me like having staged an all-nighter. Like my body like just wants to fall asleep in class. But it gets worse if I don't sleep at night because then my body gets extra tired once like I'm not walking anymore. My body settles down and then I just nod off in class like I I've had some of my professors get pissed off at me a little because it's just like, you're falling asleep in class. I'm like, I can't help it. It's not even my fault. Like, it's not that your class is boring and I hate it. I genuinely would if my body did not want to fall asleep in class, then if it wasn't for that, I would be paying attention. But no, my body just says, nope, it's EP time in class. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. My body needs sleep, which is weird because I'm also a night owl. But yeah, I can't do it. It's weird. If the body wants sleep, then we gotta sleep. Yeah, the body demands sleep. I can't control it. You think I can? I'm literally trying. I'm trying to stay awake, and it's just like. It's like that. It's literally, I'm trying to stay awake. I can't do it, man. I need to be doing something. I need to like stand up. I think honestly, in one of my classes that's like right afternoon, it's like a short class. It's basically just presentations, right? Like it's like a 1 credit class every week. One of the students does a presentation. That's the whole class. I've taken to like literally just standing up. And during the class, like when I walk in, I need to stand up during the class. Otherwise, I will fall asleep because it's like just the beginning of afternoon, and it's like the prime time to go to sleep for my body. Which is weird because I'm not a nap person normally. I mean, like maybe a little nowadays, but I mean, like usually like if I'm just at home, I won't take an afternoon nap. I mean, sometimes I do, but normally I won't. Maybe like, but like. But if it's class time, it's just like, yup, nope, this is just so comfortable. I'm gonna sleep right here on the desk. The demons are too strong. They are very strong. Don't worry, I won't fall asleep on stream. I think I've fallen asleep on, how many times have I fallen asleep on stream? I think the first time I can remember almost falling asleep on stream was, I think, my first Valentine's Day stream when I tried to play Doki Doki Literature Club. I thought we would get to the horror a lot faster, which I feel bad about that because it was just sort of a normal Doki Doki stream, and I thought it was gonna be more horror, but I didn't stay. I stayed up all night. I don't remember why, but I stayed up all night beforehand, and I was falling asleep during stream, and I was like, chat, I can't do it. We can't play Doki Doki. I can't go for another 3 hours and wait until the end game, until the post game. I gotta go to sleep. So I left. But I think the other time was on my last anniversary stream that I can remember, and that was because I hadn't slept in like 96 hours. Like we were playing Roblox, what was it, Tornado Simulator, whatever it was? No, it was Tornado something. And no, I was in the middle of this game and I was falling asleep because it was 96 hours. That's my record still. I think 96 hours is my limit. That was the longest I had ever stayed up in my life. I think it was 96 hours. Why were you awake so long? Because I was working on Awake Now. Ironic, right? No, I was crunching to get, because I think I had my cover of Awake Now, and I was crunching on the video because I wanted to get it out for the 3rd day of anniversary stream. I think that morning I finally finished the video and posted the waiting room to get it ready, to have it ready for anniversary day. And on that stream day, I went to go stream later today, and by that point I had been up for 96 hours. Like I said, normally I can't function without any sleep. Like I can't do an all-nighter, but the difference for me is if I'm working on a video for the channel, like I'm working on a cover. And that was my absolute limit. It was 96 hours. I felt so bad. I felt insanely awful afterward, during that whole time. And the day before too, because I streamed the day before. I streamed 3 days in a row. So the day before, I hadn't slept by that point for 72 hours. And then the next day, it had been 96 hours. And I just felt super duper awful. It'd been 4 days without sleep. And I was functional on the 3rd day. On the 4th day, it was falling apart really badly. I couldn't do it, man. It was That was I was running on so much coffee. I don't know. I must have drank like 4 to 3. I don't know how many liters of coffee I had just to try to function by that point. It was so bad. I felt so awful, dude. I felt great. I got like I think after that stream I got like 16 hours of sleep or something. I felt so much better afterward, but no, that was insane. That was crazy work. I couldn't. It would take a miracle for me to stay up that long again, aka probably crunching for another cover if I had to. But hopefully, I'm never in a position where I need to crunch like that again, because that just makes you work worse. I think being well rested and taking care of yourself and spreading things out over a long period of time and not crunching for a deadline usually leads to better quality of work. But I couldn't do it again, personally. That is by far the longest I've ever stayed up. Even 2 days without sleep, I haven't done before without having. But like that was by far the longest I've ever stayed up. My other, like my second greatest limit would have to be just 2 days, just 2 days awake. So 1 night of no sleep. 3 nights without sleep, I don't know how I did it. Past Kurtis, whatever he was doing was super strong, or maybe just super caffeinated, which is bad. I don't even want to think about how much coffee that took anymore, because you guys already know my body is super resistant to caffeine. So in order to get any effect, I need at least 120 milligrams, which is like for context, that's like energy drink levels, right? Like a single energy drink I think even like for me, a Red Bull isn't enough. I think it has to be a Red Bull is only just barely enough to have any effect, which I don't normally like drinking energy drinks, but I should probably tell you guys, I drink energy drinks for the taste. I don't like energy drinks, all right? Like I don't like energy drinks, the idea of an energy drink, because it's like full of sugar and unhealthy stuff, and it's supposed to make you super awake. But for me, because my body resists caffeine, I literally just get energy drinks every once in a while because I'm like, yeah, this seems like a sweet soda to have. And I don't feel anything. I've had Red Bulls and then immediately went to sleep. So, and I know there's like different forms of caffeine, right? So I think Red Bull, like energy drink type of caffeine, will give you a crash, which is why I normally resort to coffee. But because I make my own coffee, I can just make it as concentrated as I want. So I don't even want to imagine if 120 milligrams of caffeine in a Red Bull, I can still sleep afterwards. I don't even want to imagine how much caffeine my body can handle. Like I don't. How much caffeine was I on if 120 milligram barely tickles my brain? And like the daily limit is like what, 400 milligrams? The daily healthy limit for adults, aka you just don't have any health problems. Like it is gotta be insanely unhealthy. I have no idea how much coffee I was on and how much ADHD meds I was on just to stay up for 96 hours. God, just thinking about it makes me tired. No, that was not good for me at all. I don't think it was. I had to have been awful for my system. Oh my gosh. My eyes literally feel heavy just thinking about it. I don't want to do it, man. Yeah, that was my limit. Nope, that was, yeah. We're not doing that again. People just do that? People can just pull all-nighters? I don't understand how people can do that. Like, I think I heard from a friend of mine once, like a few years back. What was the newest Final Fantasy game that came out? Like, was it what was it? 15? Did Final Fantasy 15 drop? I don't remember what it was, but I think a new Final Fantasy game dropped a couple years back, and I've only played 1 and 2. I gotta play Final Fantasy 3. But I think, and then one of my friends was like, yeah, my friend, when that new Final Fantasy game dropped, they just stayed up for like 3 days and didn't sleep just to grind Final Fantasy. How do you do that? How do you do that? I can't do it. I can't understand. Oh my god. Yeah, the EP demons are too strong for me. I can only hold them at bay with the power of motivation for VTubing. That's all I can. That's the only thing. That's the only force in my body stronger than the EP demons. Magic. Maho. Yeah, the EP demons are too strong. What's your guys' record for staying up? You guys have a personal record? Because 96 hours, I don't think I'm ever gonna top 96 hours. I might die if I ever top 96 hours. 2 days? Okay. So wait, hold on. Is this 2 nights without sleep, or is this 2 days, or like 1 night without sleep, so 2 full days? 3 days just because you were bored? How bored are you? What are you doing for boredom? Yeah, the glass animation is cute, thanks. It's actually not for my glasses. Actually fun fact. It's not for my glasses. It's actually for this. But when I asked our mama to when we got new glasses, I just asked our mama if they could repurpose my mask animation for glasses, and there it is. Yippee. It's giving Persona 5. Yeah, I get that a lot. Hold on. I mean, I am a phantom thief, but here we go. Yeah. I do get Persona 5 a lot. That's something I've always gotten. But no, I mean, I may be a phantom thief, but I'm not that kind of phantom thief. I am not one rhythm game. Wait, I think was it Rhythm Thief? Wait. I've seen this before. Hold on. Is that what it's called? What's it called? I don't remember what. Yeah, wait, hold on. Is it Rhythm Thief? Hold on, here we go. This one? Oh, is it another one? I swear there was another. There was one with like a monocled phantom thief with a top hat. I don't remember what it was. That's your evil red twin? What would red Kurtis look like? I've thought about it. That's a little. I don't think I'd ever want to be red. I think blue suits me. Anyways, okay, here we go. Let's bring this away. Give me brain cells. I hardly have any brain cells right now. Right, oh, I can't do that. You draw and you play Tetris. That's what you're gonna do for 3 whole days. Just draw and play Tetris. Red and white Kurtis versus blue and black Kurtis. I feel like red and white would just be a catchy, right? In Persona 5? Because he has Robin Hood. I mean, I say Robin Hood, but I mean, I feel like it would be his Robin Hood outfit. I do. Here we go. Right? This is so my opposite because he doesn't have black hair. Yeah, no, this would. I feel also because he's a detective and I hate him. So I think that would be the closest you could get to an opposite for me. I feel like, you know? Okay, let's get rid of him. Bye-bye, Akechi. That guy. Are we Polandifying? Polandifying. I mean, I think our mama might be from Poland. I don't know for sure. But I mean, one of my VTuber parents might be from Poland. So maybe maybe VTuber genetically I'm half Polish. Who knows? Catching Kurtis beef. I have beef with detectives. I love Phantom Thieves in literature and media. I always beef with the I beef with the with the detectives though. I hate detectives mostly, pretty much. It's like for example, like Heizo in Genshin Impact, because he's a detective. He's literally the only character I keep at level 1, and I just use him for artifact loadouts. I've never used him at all. I don't want to use Heizo. Which is crazy because you can just level up to level 20 for free and get a free standard banner wish. And I don't do that because I don't like detectives. I You're not a detective, Black Cat. But yeah. It's I have to, right? The Phantom Thief versus the Ace Detective is such a classic trope. How could I not hate detectives? Profile Island comes close. To be clear, I don't hate private eyes. If you're a private detective, I think that's fine. If you're a police detective, because I mean, honestly, the difference between Phantom Thieves and like private detectives or even detective work is not that different. I'm gonna be very clear. It's just one of us doesn't operate within the scope of the law. And I don't really mind private eyes too much, but no. not police detectives. Police detectives, boo. No, it's kidding. you're not in the police force yet, Black Cat. I don't always hate detectives. I mean, it's more like for show than anything, but I mean, it depends on how much they're. If it's like, for example, if it's like Commissioner Gordon, right? If I'm trying to think of like a not real life example. If it's like Commissioner Gordon, from like who works with like works with the police but willing to work with Batman, who's like a vigilante. I'm fine with that kind of person. Yeah, of course. Commissioner Gordon is pretty good. But someone like, I don't know, if you're like a hard stickler for the law, is gonna be harder to negotiate with, you know? Double dial friend. I mean, that's always been my philosophy, though, when it comes to regarding detectives. I'm a pretty open-minded individual, though. Hold on, let me get some more water. Alright. Water. Okay. Let's talk mad shit. Yeah, let's talk mad shit about that guy, huh? let's talk mad shit about him. You see that guy? I can't believe he's dyed his hair, you know? That's crazy. Scatter! No, it's okay. You can talk all the shit you want about me. You know what? Puns like to say I have a problem because I'm very bad with positive reinforcement. So, I find puns literally like I think the other day we had a conversation, like this has been an ongoing thing, but I think the other day, for example, we had like a conversation like that. He was like, you try to give me a compliment or something. And it was like, I think it was just like, oh, Kurtis, you're a great guy or something like that. It was just like, I'm just like, I'm not really. It's just, and he was just like, okay, Kurtis, fuck you. You're an awful person. I'm like, I don't know why, but hearing that legitimately makes me feel better. And he was like, okay, Kurtis, you have some problems. I know he didn't mean it, but still. I'm not good with positive. I don't know. Does anyone else relate? I just like, I don't like being like insulted, obviously, but I don't like being like complimented. Somehow that feels worse. I don't like it when people just dish out compliments. I can't take it. It's almost as bad as getting an insult. The Kurtis server flipping others off. I need to like update the emotes in the server. I still need to upload the pancake emote. I haven't gotten to it because I haven't figured out how to upload emotes myself. I'm sure I can do it. I just haven't figured it out. I haven't bothered to figure it out yet. But I gotta update the emotes. I want to make them more zoomed in on the Discord. Actually, we haven't had the Discord yet. Here we go. I need to like zoom in the other emotes. I think I probably put a white border around them so they're easier to see on dark mode, because this jet black hair and night black outfit blends in with black very well, which is kind of the point, you know. This outfit does blend in with black very well. So I gotta make it more high contrast so it stands out more. I think all the emotes. And then I upload the pancake emote and everything, so I gotta zoom them all in so they're better. I might update the flipping off emote. Here we go. Let's see. This one. I might update this one into like 3 separate parts. So we have like leftmost part, middle part, rightmost part, so we can string 3 of them together. And then so yeah, we can string them together, make something funny. Or maybe it's just two. Maybe I'll split them into two emotes, into two separate emotes. I think actually might be better. So we can yeah, that might be better. I think. Anyways, don't mind that. Don't mind the emote. Yeah, I gotta update this one, and then I think I'm just gonna generally zoom them in, like the let's take ibuprofen one. Let's take ibuprofen together. I think I might zoom this one in more. So it's, and then like put like a white border around it so it's easier to make out the details, because it's like this small on like a screen, right? So I think just to make it look better, when it's that small, I might zoom it in a little more. So Flint Lock, where did meme run? Yeah, just running at me. And well, yeah, I gotta update my emotes in our Discord server with my friends. So I was just thinking about it. I think me and Puns are actually the most active like members of our Discord so far, because it's like me and a bunch of my other streamer friends, right? But Mars hasn't streamed in a while. I haven't heard anything from Mouse. And Jay kind of just streams whenever he feels like it, which is not very often. So it's kind of me and Puns doing a lot of the work for the server. I'm not like that. I'm not saying we're doing work for the server. No, I think we're the ones who are most active on the server. When it comes to like, also Victory, but Victory has its own like server already, so very Persona-esque. Oh, okay, hold on. I have a little gripe about that. So you guys know I'm not a Persona VTuber, right? Like I may be a Phantom Thief. I'm not that kind of Phantom Thief. And when I was getting this stream overlay done, commissioned, I asked for a certain style, give them some pointers, and I didn't even mention anything about Persona. And then Antares was like, "Oh, I saw that you were inspired by Persona. So what if I made it Persona themed?" And I was like, "Great, that's cool, great." I'm not inspired by Persona though. Like, I don't know where you got that from, but I'm not inspired by Persona at all. So you can continue making it Persona themed. I mean, but my existing branding is already like, like here, for example, my calling card, right? My calling card. Here. My calling card has this sort of aesthetic with like foil and sort of like tarot card aesthetic. So maybe we could go in that direction. And they just kept the Persona style aesthetic for the stream overlay. And I was like, whatever, I guess. It looks neato, I suppose. It's a neato aesthetic, but I mean, I like the background a lot. The background is very nice. I've wanted to make like a halftone sort of thing work before with like the city in the back. I really like that. That is something I've always wanted to make with my aesthetic. The chat box looking straight out of the Persona 5 like messages thing. I did not ask them to do that, but they did that anyways. So, I mean, it looks good, so I'll take it. But I'm not I'm not a Persona VTuber. How often do you explain this? Whenever someone brings up Persona, which is decently often. Enjoyable VTuber model, thanks. I have different outfits too. I can take off my jacket. We have, here we go. We've got glasses, I can blush. I've always liked this, even my old model. I can do really good puppy dog eyes. In both this current model and my old model. My puppy dog eyes have always been very good. I practiced that a lot. Yes, this guy is not a Persona VTuber. I should just like have that as my channel description, like the. Yeah. Oh yeah, because Joker's Persona has like done like Joker's VA has done like covers, right? I don't know. Amiki, in general with all the dots. Yeah. And then we also have, hold on, wait. We also have a casual outfit. Here we go. I usually don't have the hood up, I feel like. Let's see here. There we go. Got thought. I'm being honest, I actually came up with the idea. I actually don't really like the casual outfit anymore. Mainly because I came up with the casual outfit back when I was like in the transitory stage of like my casual fashion. Of like how I like to casually dress. I was in a very transitory stage. So I think the outfits I wear nowadays are like a lot more soft boy than this. So this is something I wouldn't wear anymore, but it was at the time when I was designing this. So if I had to make an updated casual outfit, it'd probably be like oversized, like sweater or like hoodie with like wide leg pants and then like a bucket hat. I think a little bit more Asian soft boy because I'm Asian and I like dressing that sort of way. But this was sort of like in a transitory phase. But I mean, it works well enough. I think it does student very well, and without the jacket is pretty good. I mean, I embrace it. Yeah, the hood is nice. I did not think we were gonna have a hood animation at all. And then our mama just did that for me, so that was awesome. But yeah, it's okay. It's nice. I like it. And the glasses were actually originally made for this outfit. But I think I like my Phantom Thief outfit the best. You know. Wait, hold on. I can't even. Here we go. With the top hat. Something about this is just timeless, you know. A good 3-piece suit and a top hat is just timeless. It's timeless fashion. I can't top this ever. Peak character design. Oh, hi Ren, welcome. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I explained that I'm not a Persona VTuber. Quite a bit. It's not even. I feel like when I say I like have to like say I'm not a Persona VTuber a lot, but I don't know. I don't like. Not that I don't know. I don't want people to get the impression that I don't like Persona. I did like Persona 5. I didn't play Royal, but I played the original game. I got it on sale like for like $9 on a Black Friday sale once. At like GameStop, I don't remember, but I did play Persona 5 and I at least did the first playthrough. That was fun. And it was a good game. I like it a lot, but I mean, okay, good, hold on. You guys know my friend Dolphin, right? So there's my friends Millie and Dolphin, and they usually stream on Twitch. Dolphin didn't even know that the term Phantom Thief did not originate from Persona 5. Like, I think people may think that the term Phantom Thief came from Persona 5. Phantom Thief was a term long before Persona 5 was even like birthed as a concept. I think it might have originated with Kaito Kid? No, maybe it was probably even before Kaito Kid. Maybe with oh god, who's the original Phantom Thief? I mean, obviously Arsene Lupin. But that's Gentleman Thief. Phantom Thief is specifically, it's a more popular term nowadays, but Phantom Thief is just the Western, it's not the Western. The Japanese translation of Gentleman Thief, of the Western Gentleman Thief trope, is Phantom Thief. So Phantom Thief is, or I guess Kaito, which then you translate back into English as Phantom Thief. So Phantom Thief is the Japanese translation of the Phantom Thief is the English translation of the Japanese translation of the Western Gentleman Thief trope. If you think about it like that. You didn't know that either? Yeah, no, it was a long time before. Like any, it's just Gentleman Thief. Gentleman Thieves are just Phantom Thieves in Japanese, or Kaito. That's just how they decided. That's just the kanji they decided to use. So, hi Mac, welcome. Yeah, because they're all the same. Phantom Thieves, like Sly Cooper. Have you ever played like Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door? Miss Mouse. I think Carmen Sandiego. Arsène Lupin. Gentleman Burglar, the original. I'm very real. The original Gentleman Thief. And then Arsène Lupin the Third. Kaito Kid. We have the new Pretty Cure season, which is like a magical anime. They feature Phantom Thieves, which I need to catch up on, by the way. I only watched the first episode with Plum. I gotta watch the rest of them. Saint Tail, Robin Hood. They're all Gentleman Thieves. They're all Phantom Thieves. Because they're all gentlemen. How am I doing? I'm kind of tired. We're kind of just yapping. I'm not really doing anything, I'm gonna be honest. Kind of just sitting and having fun. We're just chatting away. You lost your stylus? Can you find it? I sometimes like, because I have this stylus for my drawing tablet now, because I have a drawing tablet now. Sometimes I knock it off my desk and I have to go looking in the rat's nest of wires under my PC to try to find it. Pretty Cure? Yes, Pretty Cure, as in the Magic Girl, the Magic Girl anime. Yes, Pretty Cure. Yes, that's what I said. You're not misunderstanding me. You're sitting on your stylus. I've done that before. Shout out Magic. Yeah, no. I think there's this really interesting anime that I watched called Saint Tail, which I just name dropped earlier. It is what is it? I think it was described as Robin Hood meets Sailor Moon. So it's a magical girl anime but also a Phantom Thief anime. And I watched at least the first 10 episodes of that one. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I did watch some of it. It was nice. I liked it. It was cute. And then the newest season of Pretty Cure features Phantom Thieves. One of the Pretty Cures, Arcana Shadow, is a Phantom Thief. So, hold on, let's see here. What was it? I think it was Arcana Shadow. That was her name. I mean, I just watched the first episode where she wasn't dropped yet, but here we go. Got it. Yeah. Yeah, because it features detectives up against like the main characters are like detectives, and then they're up against a Phantom Thief faction, which pains me that the villains are Phantom Thieves, but oh well. But yeah, no, she's a Phantom Thief, so I'm watching for her mainly. I gotta go back and watch more of the anime for her. My job is done. But yeah, no. Yeah, I almost forgot to mention. There we have what was it? Oh my god, I don't watch Sailor Moon. A Tuxedo Mask. You have a Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon. He might be the original Phantom Thief in a Magic Girl anime, even though he's not a Magic Girl himself. Yeah, we got Tuxedo Mask here. There you go. You wanna load? Let's see here. Hold on, nope. It's not working. Hold on. Probably because it's a WebP file, and I hate WebP files. Okay. Yeah, we got Tuxedo Mask. He might be the original Magic Girl anime Phantom Thief. There, yeah. The did nothing meme guy. Is the same guy as is this a butterfly meme? Definitely not. I really don't think he is. I think about it. I wonder if Arimoto-san used Tuxedo Mask as inspiration when he was coming up with my design. I type of anime? I watch Pretty Cure. You like Plum. You probably like Plum then, because she's a magical girl anime, or she's a magical girl VTuber. She's also my friend. She's one of my friends. I look kind of like him, don't I? Nice the cape though. I don't like capes. I mean, like, actually, capes can be useful. I won't say I don't like capes. Capes can be useful, but I got coattails instead. I really kind of, I don't know. I do. My design is, or like my outfit, I suppose, for Phantom Thievery is very deliberately meant to be generic Phantom Thief though. Like yeah, it is very meant to be. It is meant to be very generic Phantom Thief because that's kind of the point. I don't want to. I think there is merit in having a design or an outfit design that is deliberately simple, because and not too overcomplicated. Because I think being flashy. I mean, you could there's a certain amount of flashiness you should have, right? Like you don't want to be too flashy because you have to be tactful about it. Like for example, here was my original beta Kurtis. Here we go. My beta design. One of my beta designs here. You can see how the collar is very different. I thought that was too flashy, so I vetoed that and we went for the more simple collar. But it's very princely, but I think it's a little too much for a Phantom Thief, right? Like a Phantom Thief does not deserve to be, should be noble, but not born noble. I think not necessarily. I think this has a very born noble type of feel, where a Phantom Thief chooses to present themselves in a noble manner, despite not necessarily being one. So. I mean, for the Cantarella cover though, I was like, this collar is too good to give up. So when we were doing the Cantarella cover, I was doing the Cantarella cover. I'm kidding. Let's see here. When we were doing the Cantarella cover, where is it? I specifically asked Chehime if they could bring back that design with the collar, because I was like, this is just too good to not do for like, if I was like a higher fantasy, right? I mean, it's a bit too flashy for like modern day, but like if I was living like a fantasy time, or I was like a more fantasy themed VTuber, I would have gone with it. But for Cantarella, it's very hard to see because of the violence in the way, but I was like, please bring back that collar. We need to. That collar is too good to give up. As a fun I think about it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's probably because we collabed so much. Because, you know, I think like a month after. Oh my gosh, I keep forgetting to change the alert because my alert like stinger reset like 2 years ago, and I keep forgetting to reset it. But actually, do I have it right now? The thing. But anyways, yeah, Plum and I think like literally like 2 weeks after Plum debuted or something, we started playing Scarlet and Violet, and then we had to collab like once a week or once every other week for like 2 years straight. Not 2 years. I think it was like a year and a half, right? Because the DLC for Scarlet and Violet. So we took after that I was like, okay, Plum, I don't want to hog time on your channel all the time. So that was fun, yeah. But I think. Plum and I go back a long time. Actually, I think she showed up on my streams before she even debuted, because I asked her if she wanted to voice act for some Ace Turner streams, which we never finished. But that's never finishing anyways. Coattails are good. I think capes have their own appeal. I'm not gonna say I don't like capes. Kaito Kid had a cape. Those are good. Capes are good. It's just I don't personally have a cape. Although I could modify my outfit to have a cape if I wanted one. Father like son. Anyways, yeah. Pretty cute alla mode. There's a. I'm gonna be real. I'm very new to Pretty Cure. Plum loves Pretty Cure. She loves Pretty Cure. Here, I mean, if you love Pretty Cure, I'll leave a link. Because Plum's a big fan of Pretty Cure. I'll just straight up link Plum's channel for you, just because she loves Pretty Cure. Here we go. Here we go. That's Plum. You can go watch her if you want. But I'm very new to Pretty Cure, mainly because I didn't really have a stake in it. But now that I have a stake in it, because the original, not the original, because the new show is about Phantom Thieves. Who knows? Maybe this is my gateway. And also, I have watched some magical girl animes before. I did mention Saint Tail before, but this gonna sound so weird. I read the Tokyo Mew Mew manga when I was a kid, mainly because I liked manga, but there weren't that many manga at my local library, and of the two that there were, like the two series of manga there was Tokyo Mew Mew and Pokemon Adventures. So that's why I read as a kid. And I liked Tokyo Mew Mew. That was fun. No, I trust that Pretty Cure is a good show. A Kitty Pretty Cure, I love mode. I trust that's a good show. It's just that I just didn't personally get into it. It's like K-pop, right? I know K-pop is good, but I don't have that many gateways into it. Like I started listening to a little bit of Elite. I don't know how to pronounce it. Elite. With like Jellius and stuff, but I haven't like gotten into K-pop as a whole because I just haven't like devoted my attention to it yet. It's hard because I don't have a lot of time to do like free time stuff outside of streams at the moment because schoolwork, and then I also have to stream, which you guys don't see it, but I put in like at least 8 hours of work every week. Actually probably 12 hours of work every week into YouTube. So it's like a part-time job for me, plus I'm a full-time student. So I kind of have to wait until I get out of college, I think, before I have more time for like, now I don't have to like think about homework. I can go watch like a TV show and not have to worry about like, oh crap, I'm putting off writing my research paper. So there's a lot of stuff I want to go back and watch. I gotta catch up with Pokemon Horizons for one, and then I think I gotta go catch up with some Pretty Cure as well. It's because I mean, obviously Plum loves Pretty Cure, and I mean, her loving it so much kind of makes me interested. I'm sure it's good too. So there's just a lot of anime. I haven't even watched season 2 of Freeing yet. So there's so many shows I gotta catch up with. And then one day I gotta watch all of One Piece, which is like gonna be like a whole month at least of just watching One Piece. So there's a lot to do. There's a lot of shows to catch up with. Maybe if I ever have like time to just watch go watch along stream. You know, I mean, okay, I said watch along stream, but it's just because I was thinking about it. We did do that one watch along stream at New Year's, on New Year's of the Project Sekai, the Hatsune Miku movie. Should we do another watch along stream? I don't know about an anime watch along, but we could do another movie. I don't know what movie though. We want to do one. The anime I mentioned earlier, does it have a transformation? I just mentioned a lot of animes. If you say transformation, I'm gonna assume you meant like a magical girl anime, because I didn't mention any tokusatsu. So that would be either Tokyo Mew Mew or Saint Tail that I mentioned before. Oh. Someone? Never mind. That would be one of the two, I think. But a magical boy transformation. That'd be cute. You know, actually, our mama, when we were like rigging the new outfit, our mama asked me about my lore because they were like she was like, hold on, I gotta look this up here. Yeah. They asked me about my lore because she was offering like yeah, because like when it came to switching between like casual and like switching between outfits, she offered to like give me like a magical girl, like a magic circle as like a transformation for swapping between the outfits, and I was like, that's a little too much. I was I mean, I guess lore, I'm kind of just a normal person. Like, even though I am a phantom thief, I am like, that doesn't give me any special powers. I'm just a normal person at the end of the day. So so I'm distracted 'cause I was looking through our DMs. So yeah, because I don't really have lore. I guess lore friendly for me. I say lore. I don't really have lore. I mean, I guess unless you count like just me as a person, like me being a person as lore. But I mean, I'm just a regular person. I'm not like Plum, who actively has like a magical girl like wand with powers and everything. I just am like a normal guy who I'm just a little bit smart when it comes to stealing things. That's about it. That's my only power. So I was like, I don't think I'm having a magic circle when it comes to swapping between outfits is like I guess lore friendly, as she put it. And when it came to rigging this, I was just like, just don't have a magic circle. Just make it like a gradient. Just like swap the outfits, I suppose. You don't need to be fancy about this. So who knows? Maybe in a different universe, I would have had a magical transformation when it came to switching between my outfits. But no, I'm not a magical girl or a magical boy, I suppose. I don't have any magic. I'm just a normal guy. What the Men in Black mentioned, or MLB. He's the marionette of Phantom Thieves. Do you mean marionette like Sandrone, or like a different marionette? I'm not sure. Miraculous Ladybug. Oh, okay. I couldn't see. I saw MLB. I thought Men in Black. I was like, wait, no, that's not right. Okay, I did not. I'm sorry. It's been so long. I am not so long, but I haven't watched Miraculous Ladybug. So, just a normal girl with normal life. Lore video. I should. Wait, I just had the funniest idea. Do you guys remember the Draw My Life trend back in like the 2010s? Wouldn't it be so funny if I did like a lore video and it was just a Draw My Life? Wouldn't that be really funny? It's just like, yeah, I'm just a normal person. I don't know. Okay. Those are banger though. Low budget lore video. I mean, knowing me, I do have my intro video. I had my. Here we go. Do we have it still somewhere? Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong thing. I probably should have put that on studio mode before we did that. That's from the anniversary stream that I never put away. Sorry, I had like a scene this one time for one time I had this like scene for like for that. Yeah, wait now. For I had that scene for showing off like the new like I guess channel trailer, but I don't think I have it anymore. I have this. I don't know why I still have this scene in OBS. This was years ago. This is some deep channel lore. But no, we're gonna put that away. We're gonna put that away. Yeah. What's Gyarados doing here? His name is Burger King because I had a Nuzlocke Gyarados named Burger King. That's some deep channel lore stuff. 4.5 years of streaming will do that to you. It just ends with, and there's no crime for real. That'd be fun. Definitely no crime ever. Unironically, yes. That'd be cool. I mean, I don't know. I feel like no one's done a Draw My Life in forever though, right? It would be awesome. Maybe like an April Fool's Day thing. That'd be cool. Oh my gosh, wait, this actually would be a great April Fool's idea. But like, it's unironic though. Oh, let's see. I have to have it somewhere, right? Channel trailer video. Let's see here. Videos. Do I have it anywhere? I got up good. The nonsense here. No hope. Ashitani, bye. I'm looking through all my videos from the past couple of years. Let's see. Aha! Here we go. I found it. I'm gonna revive it.
There's been a break-in! Requesting backup!
Oh, wait, hold on. This is loud. Hold on. That's very loud.
I lost sight of the target!
I had a lot of fun making this teaser
Looking for me?
for the new outfit reveal.
What a shame.
That was fun making that in Blender. Yeah, Lance's voice. Okay, let's put that away now. Yeah. Oh no, I forgot. Wait. I almost forgot. There was a little ending scene. Well, you can go watch it on the channel. Well, here. You can watch it on the channel. That was fun. Just a little bit of 3D work, you know? A little bit of classic Kurtis 3D work in Blender, because I like doing 3D work in Blender. That was fun. Here we go. I'll link that too, I suppose. Little channel trailer. I was like, we gotta make a little channel trailer somewhere. I don't take myself too seriously though, so I haven't like. Yeah, Lance did a great job though. I wasn't expecting him to go so hard with the voice acting for that trailer. He definitely steals the show on that trailer though. His voice acting is way better than mine. Like, he sounds so locked in as a police officer. God, thank you, Lance. Jesus. I'm new gen, I'm learning things. No, don't worry, it's okay. I don't wanna alienate any viewers for not having watched for like, you know, when I literally had like 2 viewers. So don't worry. W Lance, yeah. Lance is one of my friends too. But don't worry, it's Burger King will show up once in a while, or like all the old channel stuff will show up when it needs to. So, yeah. Also, hi Yanya. I didn't even like say hi. Hi Meowbles, welcome. Hi everyone. Yeah. I don't even remember what we were talking about. Yeah. Okay. Hi, Kurtis Hoshimoto. That's me. That's me. Kaito Hoshimoto Kurtis Kaito. That's me. You want to draw, but you feel tired? Don't worry. That's exactly why I'm doing this stream instead of working on my research paper. Take a nap. Me casually doing a stream instead of napping. I actually feel more awake though. Okay. You know, I think this is the first time I've ever been addressed by my full name of Kurtis Hoshimoto, now that I think about it. I don't think anyone has ever said hi Kurtis Hoshimoto to me. I think it's always either just Kurtis or like something as like a corruption on that. Like ever since I played Kirby's Dream Land 3 with Victory, something like Victory, and I think puns, especially likes to call me Kurbis. Selkie likes to say a specific version of my name, but it's pronounced exactly the same as a word that means inappropriate things. So I informed her of that, and she no longer says that. But Kurbis is pretty common. You have Kurits, because people like get the T and the I backwards a lot. I don't think I've ever heard anyone say Kurtis Hoshimoto to me. I think this is the first time I've heard that. Aside from my parents. Actually, no, not even from my parents, because Kurtis Hoshimoto isn't even my real name. Shocker, I know. But as if a Phantom Thief would ever give their real name. Kurshimoto. That looks so wrong, but sounds so right to say for some reason. Funny to flop full name. No, I honestly, unironically, sometimes I say stuff like, it's pretty cursed. Oh my god. That's really funny. Blue Hat, yeah, Blue Hat Man, I hear that one decently enough, which is weird because, not weird, I think I like it. I think it's interesting that my associated color is blue, even though actually most of the coloring on my design is black. I think that just shows to see, like, I think that speaks to the strength of my outfit design and how much I think the blue accenting stands out. But anyways, Blue Hat Man is pretty good. Okay, Tire Scourge. The blue does stand out the most, yes. I think, sometimes I like to say like Mr. something, or like your last name. So when we had Apollo, I think I'd like saying Mr. Because Apollo called me Mr. Kurtis or something like that. So I like to say Mr. Apollo, and I think I picked that up ever since then. So when it came to like Noel, when we were streaming with Noel the other day, I liked saying Mr. Auclair. I don't know why. It just feels right, I suppose. saying like something like that feels right for some reason. I don't know. Mr. and Miss is so, I don't know, it's silly, but it's like polite, but also kind of silly, you know? I kind of like it. Hi Danny by the Banana, welcome. Yeah. Oh yeah, and also whenever I go to like a cafe or something and they ask me for my name for my order, and I'll say Kurtis, they come up with Chris. Because sometimes I mumble it or something, or they just don't get the full, it's like loud. So Chris is one that I hear often because if you say Kurtis really fast, without, you know, like enunciate the T, the Kurtis, it sounds like Chris. Mr. Kurtis. Yeah, Kurtis we spell, yeah, with the C. Yeah, they love corrupting my name. I don't know, Kurtis is just such a corruptible name, it's good. Mr. Cortisol? That's that's really good. Do you guys think I'm high cortisol or low cortisol? I feel like I'm low cortisol, right? Like, here, hold on, wait. I can prove that I'm low. Can I prove that I'm low cortisol? Where's my heart rate tracker? Hold on. Well, yeah. I think I'm low cortisol because my blood pressure is on the low end. I think it's like anywhere from like 85 to 95 normally. And my heart rate, my resting heart rate is around 40. So it was like maybe 40, 45. I think like 45 is around my resting heart rate. So until it spiked to 116. Yeah. I had a low, but I mean, that was a horror game. And also when I'm streaming, I think my resting heart rate on stream is like 55. But that's because I'm talking and I'm like being energetic. But like, yeah, my resting heart rate is like 40, 45, something like that. But even on stream, you can see like it rests around 50, I think. But it's so low because I exercise a lot. I like run a lot. Actually, I ran a 10K recently, and I ran like 10, which is like 10 kilometers, it's like 6.2 miles, and I ended up with a time of like 47 minutes, which is good considering I didn't really practice for it. I just like to run in my everyday life. But I think because like my main form of exercise is like cardio, I think I just have a super efficient like cardiovascular system. So my oxygen delivery is just really good. So my heart rate can afford to be lower, which is why it rests around 45, which is maybe why I'm so eager during classes. I think my body is just like, I think my body is just so low cortisol. Like, I am just a chill guy. Yeah, I'm just a chill guy. I think my body is just so like, my normal is just so low that once I sit down and my heart just like stands still, like the blood delivery just like isn't fast enough to keep me awake, honestly. Low cortisol versus high cortisol, Kurtis. Is that like, what's high cortisol? Is that like during a horror game? It's definitely when like we were playing Umigari, which I gotta finish. And like I saw the Oloma Mola, no, the Mola Mola with the weird human face, and I started screaming. That's high cortisol, Kurtis. I should animate that. I should. Wait, this just gives me a really good idea for a YouTube short. I could do a quick like low cortisol like dance. I could just animate that really quickly and then just caption low cortisol. This is such a good idea for a YouTube short. Wait, hold on. I've got to do that sometime this week. Hold on. Take me back home. This is such a good idea. Wait. Hold on. I've gotta make this now. I've gotta animate that. Shout out Vietnam. Shout out to all of Vietnam. Yeah. Hit with the TikToks. I have gotta update my TikTok. I originally started TikTok, my TikTok account, because just as like a way to re-upload my YouTube Shorts when YouTube Shorts was getting popular. But then the TikTok meta has changed, where I think like I don't remember. I haven't kept up with the TikTok meta because I have an account, but I don't really like use it. I think it's changed where they favor like longer videos now, like 10-minute videos. Which YouTube Shorts, I think YouTube Shorts maybe favors like a minute to 3 minutes for YouTube Shorts, but no, I haven't uploaded anything to my TikTok in a while because I don't think my YouTube Shorts would favor the TikTok meta anymore. Which I guess isn't really an excuse. I could just upload it anyways and forget about it. So guaranteed 200 billion views. Yeah, every person on the globe rewatches that video like how many times would that even be? Like 20 times. Or like no, like 20 times to get 200 billion. Probably because TikTok has the 2x speed feature. Oh. I know maths. What? 8 divided by what is it? Yeah, it's like 2.5, right? So if everyone watches, if everyone in the globe watches my TikTok 25 times, then it'll get 200 billion views. What's the most viewed YouTube video? Is it Gangnam Style? Oh, it's Baby Shark. With 16 point... How the frick does Baby Shark have 16.7 billion views? Jesus fuck. And then the next one is Despacito with 8.95 billion views. Jesus. By the way, I think... Did Baby Shark... Yeah, Baby Shark has existed for a while, right? I remember hearing the Baby Shark song originally, because I was a Boy Scout, right? The first time I ever heard of Baby Shark was back when I was a Boy Scout at campouts, and like when they would do little skits, they would sing Baby Shark. And then I think they uploaded it to YouTube and it blew up. Yeah. But you know, it's been a popular camp sing-along for decades. The original song dates back to the 20th century. So yeah, Baby Shark has existed for years. And I heard about it because I was in a camp. And now it's just brain rot on the internet now. Guess who's back? Mac's back. Baby Shark sealing the honeymoon? If they sang Baby Shark in K-pop Demon Hunters, I would actually explode. I would explode into a million, like, Kurbits. Anyways. Yeah, okay. Hello, babies. Yeah, it's quite old. Yeah, it is a scout memory in my head. Oh my gosh, fellow scout? Yeah. Kurbits. You guys like that one? No, I legitimately, I would explode. Yeah. Go babies. Yeah, no, I was a Boy Scout. Does that make sense? Does it look like I would be a Boy Scout? I didn't make it to Eagle. I only made it to Life Scout, which is like this. If Eagle Scout is like really good to put on your resume, but only 2% of Boy Scouts ever make it to Eagle Scout. I made it to the second highest rank, which was Life Scout. That was the best I got. Reminded me of Scout from TF2. Yeah, I'm like, if Scout from TF2 was Chinese American, and also from Los Angeles instead of Boston. I just say I ran 10 kilometers in 47 minutes. I'm pretty fast. What does a Boy Scout look like? What does a Boy Scout look like? Can we get like clip art of a Boy Scout? We'll do Scouts in general. It doesn't have to be a Boy Scout in particular. Like this. Because I mean, Girl Scouts are valid too. And also Varsity Scouts, which are co-ed. That, I don't know. Think fast, chuckle nuts. Chinese American, LAite, Los Angeles, TF2 Scout, yeah. I like TF2, although I played mainly Demo Man. I Demo Knight, I should be specific. I like Demo Knight. Mainly because back in the day, I had a really bad laptop and I could only play TF2 at 5 FPS max. Probably, it was more like 2 FPS. So I couldn't aim for shit. So I mainly played Engineer and Demo Knight because it was a lot easier to aim when you're playing at 2 to 5 FPS. But, oh my god, it's Kurtis. Yeah. Grass grows, birds fly. No, that's Southern. I can't do a Bostonian accent. Grass grows, birds fly, and brother, I hurt people. Yeah, I'm not from Boston. I've got a valley accent. No, legitimately, if I put my voice up higher, I think it's a lot more obvious I have a valley accent. But no. You know, I have a valley accent, but because I'm legitimately from the valley, so it makes sense. So, I mean, honestly, not that dissimilar from Scout, right? I heard the accent for once. Yeah. It is a lot more obvious if I put my voice up higher. I'm not even, like, trying to, like, specifically exaggerate it, but, like, if I just put my voice up in a higher register, it is, I think, a lot more obvious. But, like, it's not, like, I'm not, like, intentionally trying to exaggerate it. It just happens. It's just more obvious. Ain't no valley low enough. Well, I mean, I think my normal talking voice is generally in the lowest part of my register for my voice. That was a crazy switch. No, yeah, because I was like, I think like low energy. Like I talk down here, but like I tend to talk a little bit higher if I want to like, which I probably should more often now that I think about it because I'm better at like properly enunciating my words when I talk up a little bit higher. But when I talk higher, I think. It's a little bit more obvious that I have like a valley accent. It just naturally comes out, and also my normal talking voice is just on the lower part of my register. I can go a lot higher when it comes to singing, but my normal voice is just like very casual, very low on the end. But I can't go much lower than my normal talking voice. Plum is live. Oh my gosh, my voice in general is so distinct. Really? Is it really? I don't know, I've always thought of myself as a very average person. I mean, I look very generically Asian, I think. I mean, obviously, I have like the generic like Asian boy haircut and everything. I think the blue hair makes it stand out a little bit more, but I feel like I've always looked very generic, and I also feel like I sound very generic. But I mean, so this is my first time hearing that my voice sounds distinct. I'm not... Do you really think so? It might also be because I've been practicing talking, which might sound weird, but I mean, I am very introverted. And if you heard my voice back when I started streaming, it would, it was very bad because I've been practicing talking much slower and like not stuttering a lot, but especially back when I first started streaming, I stuttered a lot. Like I had a really bad stuttering problem, and I still struggle with it sometimes, but it was very bad. And I also talked very quickly. Like I talked very fast. So I've been practicing talking a lot. So. My physical sound. That's really interesting. I'm not even really sure where my voice stands anymore. Cause I mean, also I feel like instead of John Normal Guy, because I'm Chinese, I think like the equivalent of like what would be like the Chinese equivalent of like John Normal Guy? I think Wang Peng. Wang Peng. I think is that me? Am I him? Yeah, that's maybe no, it's okay. No, my Chinese name is Zhengfei, which it means to fly high into the sky like a bird, which I then translated into Japanese as kaito, which it generally means the same thing. It's just like it means like a pleasant flight, so or to fly, I suppose, a pleasant or a quick flight. So that's why I get Hoshimoto Kaito from, I suppose. And also, that was a complete coincidence. Kaito, it's like not the exact same sound because I think it's my name in Japanese would be Kaito versus just like without like extending the O sound. Whereas Phantom Thief is Kaito, which I think is a really cool coincidence, but it's just a coincidence. Which I mean, makes sense. Maybe I was destined to be this way. Yang Yan's my Chinese nickname. That's cute. I don't really have a Chinese nickname because no one really refers to me in Chinese, I suppose. I'm not like good at, I haven't really spoken Chinese, or I haven't learned Chinese because my dad speaks only English, whereas my mom speaks Cantonese. So in the household, we only spoke Chinese, and I never really learned Cantonese because of that, but I really want to. Anyways, what was I talking about? My voice. I'm not really sure where my voice stands because I used to, like, listening back to my own voice, I used to think it sounded really deep, right? Compared to like how I normally think of my own voice, because to me, I think I was talking about this with like Kaori, who's like a voice actor-ish. Kaori's one of my friends, but I think she was like, generally, for most people, your voice sounds deeper in your own head than it does to other people. But for me, my voice sounds higher pitched. Like, I imagine my voice being like higher pitched than when I normally think of it. But I've listened back to my own voice recently. I guess maybe because I've listened back to it more because I edit my own videos, but I also like listen to my own recordings when I sing. But I think recently I've been thinking, like, I've been hearing less of a disconnect between what I think my voice sounds like and how it actually sounds. So now my voice actually sounds, I think, about as high-pitched as I imagined it to be, but I don't know if that's because I'm physically talking in a higher-pitched voice most of the time. I don't know, so maybe. And also, my singing voice has also gotten a lot better, which I think is interesting. But, so I'm not really sure what my voice sounds like to me anymore, or what kind of sound my voice has, because honestly, it sounds different than how I thought it sounded. So I don't know. maybe it used to sound less distinct, and it sounds more distinct now. Who knows? Yeah. It was very hard to pick up, which is why I want to pick it up. My mom won't teach me Kanto. I gotta learn Kanto. I don't know a good resource to learn Kanto. I gotta learn it somehow. I gotta learn like one of those like apps or something. Duolingo sure doesn't teach Kanto. I gotta learn Kanto somehow. I really want to learn it because whenever I go to a family reunion on my mom's side, everyone but me and my sister, and I guess also my dad, doesn't speak Kanto, and everyone else does. And it's like, I gotta learn Cantonese. My name was destined in the stars. It was meant to be. Yeah. Points of your friends' voices. It also has to do with, like, I suppose, speakers not being perfect. Like, microphones don't pick up everything perfectly, and your headphones, like your phone speaker only has like a certain range, like of like sound, like it doesn't reproduce sound perfectly. I'm wearing like some studio headphones for streams. I've been using them for forever, so they're like generally give me good sound, but I mean, yeah, audio recording is all different. Work is for AI voices. Does it really? That's unfortunate. But yeah, no, it's interesting because for the longest time, I had the perception of my voice being higher pitched than it was. But now I'm not sure anymore because I think my voice, I listened back to some of my streams recently and I was like, I kind of was actually like, wow, wait, hold on. I don't know when this happened, but now my voice actually sounds the way I imagined it to sound, which is like crazy to me. I was like, wow, I actually sound kind of cute now. I don't know how to feel about that. I kind of like that, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. I think I like my current talking voice. I don't know what happened. I guess I just got better at talking. Been like this for 2 years now. I don't know. Has it been like this for 2 years? Oh no, you mean Duolingo. Yeah, Duolingo has been like this for 2 years now. I didn't even know. Okay. But yeah, so that's weird because, I always thought my voice was higher pitched for some reason. Maybe that has to do with like my own personal perception of myself, which is weird because I'm like, I think objectively speaking, and I take after my dad a lot. I think like I've inherited my dad's looks, which is I think a good thing. But like I'm like 5'8", right? So I'm like 175 centimeters. I'm not like terribly tall. I'm like average height, but like I'm tall for like an Asian person, I suppose, or at least in my family I am. But like I'm like average height, I suppose. I think I've got like generally handsome features, I suppose. I'm I used to not like my face, but I'm coming around to it. I've started to like see like some of the good features that I have. So I think I've got like a nice face generally. But it's weird because I think like my own personal perception of myself, like in my head, even though I'm like 175 centimeters, I'm 5'8", and I'm like definitely taller than people. I think like in my own head, I imagine myself as like being the same height as like people of like 5'5" height at least. Like I think maybe it's people's aura. Like even if like for example, one of my professors of like my club, I imagine myself being the same height as her, but maybe it's like or maybe even like shorter than her, but maybe it's like an aura like seniority thing, right? Or maybe it's because she's like the voice, she's like the authority in our club because she's my professor. Maybe like her aura of like authority makes her feel taller than me. But I don't know, that's how I feel. I personally forget that I'm taller than her, even though she's like 5'4". So like I imagine myself as being like as like 5'4", I suppose. And then I'm like, oh wait, I'm actually taller than you. I forgot about that. Everyone thinks they're uglier than they are. Yeah, I used to think of that for a long time, but I've come around to it. Aura, yeah. Your voice changing is huge for streamers. I don't know what that means. Does it really? Is it huge? Do I sound different than when I started out? I have no clue. The thing is that maybe you guys can tell. I can't tell, right? Because I'm here listening to, you guys don't have to listen to me all the time, right? I have to listen to me all the time. I have to be present for all. You guys can skip out on a stream if maybe like it's just too late for you or like you don't want to. I have to be present for every single stream. I have to have perfect attendance because I am the streamer, all right? I'm here for every single stream. I can't like, I don't notice the difference. It's all gradual to me. So maybe, I don't know, maybe you guys can hear the difference, but I have to hear it all the time. It's like, I have no clue anymore. Yeah. They speak different in their first stream. Maybe. Honestly, even though we went back and watched my first stream during our anniversary, I can't remember anymore how different I sounded. I think I did talk faster, but I can't. It might even just be my own perception of how it's not even like just the fact that my voice has changed. It might also just be the way I perceive my own voice has changed. So maybe I would go back and watch some of my old streams and it wouldn't sound that different to me anymore. I don't know. I really don't know anymore. I don't go back and watch my own streams. But I mean, I see that as a sign of improvement because I made an active effort to talk more clearly and enunciate more properly and not stutter and also not talk so quickly. Basically just to like not have speech impediments for stream. And I think it's paid off. Yeah, I'm not a John Handsome guy, by the way. I mean, maybe. But, you know. I'm not, I mean, I'm trying to be modest, I suppose. That's like, that's subjective, I suppose. Yeah, it's weird. Like I said, I think I might have like generally handsome features by my own metrics, but like in my mind, I think of myself as like a cute, tiny, like silly little guy. Like more cute than like, I suppose like handsome, I guess. Which is, again, probably goes in the perception of me thinking that I'm smaller than I actually am. I don't know, it's weird. So I guess like my own aura, I suppose, as a person is like, there's like a mismatch between like how I think I present myself and how I actually look like. Which I mean, isn't so bad. I've learned how to make up the difference with like framing of clothes. So like by wearing certain types of clothes and like, you know, doing my makeup in a certain type of way and wearing my hair in a certain style, I can make up for that sort of mismatch and turn my face into something that's like, I think generally more handsome, into something that matches like, I think like, I guess like sort of a cuter perception I have of myself, which makes sense. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just that's like something I've been noticing recently, or noticing more often, I suppose, of like how it's weird that we have like a disconnect between like how we perceive ourselves and how we actually look. Like I think the voice thing is definitely the most prominent one, but for me it's also just like the fact that I just feel like I'm shorter than I am. Confidence is key. Well, I'm good at it's good that I've built up a lot of that over the past few years. Streaming helped out a lot with that. Being a VTuber and getting to work on it. I think honestly, just the fact that I've like been trying to put myself out there a lot when it comes to VTubing and like doing a lot of different projects and like just trying a lot of different things and putting myself out there, that helped me build up a lot of confidence. So but I didn't have any before. I think also just having a lot of life experience too. I don't have a lot of it yet. I'm only 22, but I mean, I think a lot more than I had before. Does anyone else feel like they're kind of sheltered? I kind of feel like I was like, not like intentionally sheltered, but like kind of just like self-sheltered growing up, because I didn't really put myself out there a lot. Like, so that was like kind of my own fault. I don't know. Like, my interests are like very narrow, I suppose, and it's like a little bit difficult for me to get into new interests. So I feel like my interests are very niche, I feel like, because like Vocaloid, VTubers, Pokemon. I guess Pokemon isn't so niche, but I feel like I like hyper focus on like the things that I like a lot, and I put a lot of thought into them. And I don't like and I get like really invested in things I like, I suppose. Physically, yeah. I kind of get that too, but being like physically sheltered, because when you live in LA, everything is simultaneously like, how do I put it? It's somehow close together because it's a city, but also feels so spread out because Los Angeles is such a big city. And it's weird because even though it's like a city and like the point of a city is that things are closer together, like not being able to drive really makes it feel like, or like not having, because there's no public transport in LA. Well, there is, but the public transport is not like very good or safe most of the time. And even still, like you still have to get around. So the most reliable way to get around is via car. But like it feels a little bit hard to get around when you don't have the ability to drive. So then, like, sometimes I feel like I'm honestly kind of sick of the house I grew up in because I stayed in it for so long because there was stuff that was close by. I was like really close for driving, but like just far enough that it would be a hassle to walk. And I don't know. Similar to my city. Yeah. It's weird because yeah, LA is like spread out over such a vast area. And like to get from like one area of LA to the other. Because LA is basically a bunch of different cities put together. To get within like one city of LA, like one of LA's like districts, I suppose you could call it. It's like it could be like a 10-minute drive, 15-minute drive, like 25-minute drive, and then to get to like another part of LA, it could be like a 45-minute drive, 30 to 45-minute drive across the freeway. Like you have to take the freeway to get across different. It could be an hour and a half if you get into a bad part of traffic. So it feels weirdly separated because it's like, well, now I need to have someone who can drive to take me where I want to go, even though it's a city and stuff should be close together. So, and I don't know, it's hard. It's weird. Yeah, everything is close, but everything is far. That's a good way of putting it, of like describing LA. Isn't that how cities kind of evolved though? Like, cities used to be like very close together. Like they used to only be like maybe like a kilometer apart because the cities, I think, before like motorized vehicles was a thing, used to only be like maybe a kilometer across because you could only limit it to people would only go as far as like they would be willing to walk in their everyday life. So maybe like a kilometer. But once motorized vehicles became a thing, then that allowed for more especially they mentioned the car, that allowed for people to the distance for people to be able to travel in like a certain amount of time, that shot up. So then that allowed cities to crawl out and become so much bigger than they were before, right? Something like that. Because cars exist now, you know, you can like go so much farther in a car, I think. Okay, sorry, stretching. Meant for cars. Yeah, they weren't meant for cars originally, but now they are. And what was it? I think the initial perception of cars was that, or like streets was like that, like streets was that like streets are meant for people, and like car accidents were like huge, like tragedies, and placing the blame on cars. But then I think there was like almost like a marketing campaign to change the perception to be like, hey, streets are for the cars, sidewalks are for the people. And now the perception is that, well, if you're on the street and you get by the car, that's kind of your fault because the streets are for the cars. So woke up from a crazy nap. The kind of nap where it's just like, oh my god, I was just like super deep sleep. I get that. Hi, Ren. Helped clean up streets. Did they really? I don't know. Cough, New York, cough. I've only been to New York once, and that was back in like 2013, I think. Was it 2013? I don't know. When was I in? Actually, now that I think about it, when was I in 5th grade? 2016, 2017 was 9th grade. So yeah, so but in 2012, 2013, I was in 5th grade, which, yeah, was when I which is when I would have gone to New York as a kid. Yeah, I don't think I'd want to live in New York. I already live in LA. That's enough for me. I don't need to live in New York, all right? Los Angeles is, I don't know about better, but less crazy. You know what? Actually, no. It can't get much worse than New York. Yeah, I think LA is better. It was covered in, oh yeah, because they call it the Big Apple, right? True. I forgot about that. Unique New York. Yeah. Also, for some reason, Rockefeller Park or whatever smelled really weird. I don't know. I don't remember. But like, I just remember like Rockefeller Park had like a really funny smell that it was like, it was not, I don't know. I couldn't put my finger on it. I still can't put my finger on what Rockefeller Park smelled like. It wasn't like anything I'd ever smelled before. So, it was weird. I think, have you guys ever, like, I don't know, I haven't watched TV in forever, but have you guys ever seen Say Yes to the Dress? That like show where these two people, like the two hosts pick out like a wedding dress or a bride to be, I suppose. I think when we were in New York, I think we passed by Randy, like the host of Say Yes to the Dress. and he passed by him and he said, hey, he gave my mom a compliment or something. I don't know. These things about my buddy in NYC. He's afraid of Chicago. Why? Is it because Chicago is quote unquote the murder capital of the world, or the murder capital of the U.S.? Is that even something they say? I don't even remember. Where am I remembering that from? I don't know. You want to live in Chicago? I don't know. I think I want to go live somewhere. I think I mentioned this before, but I'd like to try living in a different city in LA for a couple years. The Mafia was active in Chicago. I guess that's true. What was his name? Al Capone? I think Gary, Indiana is worse. Okay. Yes? Okay, I trust you guys. I've never been to Indiana. So, wait, I should ask. Actually, no, I shouldn't say. I was gonna ask someone. I was gonna say I should ask someone. I was like, wait, no, I shouldn't say that because that might dock someone where they live. So never mind. Yeah. To be fair, there is always worse. Okay. Well, what about literally hell? Does it get worse than literally hell? I would walk around Chicago at 2 a.m. I will not exit my car in broad daylight in Gary. That's crazy. What is Gary, Indiana like? There's literally a town in Michigan called Hell. Wait. There's worse than Hell? Oh no. Wait, this reminds me. Hold on. I saw this YouTube short like a while back of like, what was it? Oakland, California, right? Of Oakland, California. And like there was people complaining about how there's like heroin needles and shit everywhere and how the neighborhood is so bad. They interviewed this one kid who was like, yeah, no, this one kid was like, I'm a refugee from Yemen. Oakland is worse than Yemen. In that YouTube short, it was so. Oh my god. I think for context, Oakland, California, it was like a little bit south of San Francisco, which is Northern California. So, yeah, I can't. It was really funny to hear that. It was like, yeah, I'm a refugee. Like, I'm literally a refugee of war. This is worse than that. Oh my lord. Okay. Maybe it does get worse than hell. Jeez. Okay. Oh my god. What's so bad about Gary, Indiana? What is that? What is that place? Gary, Indiana. What's wrong with Gary, Indiana? There's 69,000 people in Gary, Indiana. That's crazy because that's like the average population of like one of the cities in LA. I think you can rent the title of Mayor in Hell, Michigan. That's it. That is insane. Actually, not too far from LA. Actually, is it in LA? What was it called? Yeah, not too far from LA in like Southern California. It's called like Idlewild, right? It's like a mountain. Yeah. Yeah. It's in Riverside County, which is like neighboring Los Angeles. Actually no, it's like neighboring Los Angeles, but like in the mountains there's this community called Idlewild, and their mayor is a dog. what's his name? Mayor Max, I think his name is. There's been like Mayor Max the Third, I think. Has been, they've had like 3 dogs in a row named Mayor, and they've all been named Max because they were like, yeah, let's just make the dog a mayor. Riddle me this: who is Gary Indiana, and why is he in jail for being dangerous? Yeah, Gary Indiana is wanted for 11 counts of grand larceny and 3 counts of murder. Yeah. Anyways, this is real. It's called Idlewild. There's a Idylwild. Idlewild. It's an actual city in the mountains. And their mayor is a dog, which is cool. So yeah, I mean, I trust that mayor. I probably trust that dog more than whatever's going on in Hell, Michigan, and Gary, Indiana. Yeah, hold on, let me see. Idlewild Mayor Max. To be fair, it's not a very big town, so it is very small. So yeah. So this is the current mayor of Idlewild, California. His name is Mayor Max III. He took office back in 2022. Yeah. The original Mayor Max, who was also, I don't know, a dog that looked like this, here we go. Yeah. The original Mayor Max took office back in, was voted into office during an election held. Yeah, this is MayorMax.com. Mayor Max I, his full name, Maximus Mighty Dog Mueller, was voted into office during an election held on June 11th, 12th, and 13th, 2012 in Idlewild, and was inaugurated to a 1-year term in July 1st, 2012. As Idlewild is an unincorporated town, it has no human mayor or other politicians. And yeah. Yeah, Max won a full 2/3 of the votes and became Idlewild's first first mayor? Wait, so Idlewild has only ever had dog mayors. That's incredible. That's amazing. Yeah, unfortunately, the original Mayor Max passed away in 2013, but was succeeded by Maximus Mighty Dog Mueller II, who then served until 2022 and served for 9 years. And then the newest Mayor Max III, was debuted in Idlewild and had their commencement of duties begin in December 10th, 2022. So this is great. And I've been to Idlewild. It's great. It's actually a nice little town. So, least corrupt local government. Crazy. Alright. I've never met the mayor, but it was cool. Yeah, golden retriever. There we go. That's the good. Put that dog up for president because he got my vote. Yeah, I'd vote for Mayor Max. Does the secretary walk the mayor? I have no clue. I don't even know. It'd be so cute to. Oh my gosh, we should get Mayor Max in like a pair of glasses and like have his little secretary. That'd be so cute. His secretary would be like a chew toy. Yeah. But no, Mayor Max is so cute. It's perfect. Mayor Max of 2028. Mayor Max is honestly gonna go for amazing. Oh my gosh, wait, and they actually have vice mayors and deputy mayors who I think are also dogs. Yeah, so there are interim co-mayors who have served after some of the other Mayor Max passings. Oh my gosh, this is great. The story gets better and better. So there's also co-mayors and stuff who are also dogs in Idlewild. That's perfect. Ah, it's so cute. Oh, golden retriever pups. Aww. Okay. Anyways, I guess that's Kurtis lore. I've been to Idlewild, California, and I never met the mayor, but I did go to the town that people talk about has a dog mayor. So anyways, yeah, I mean, it can't get much, I guess. I mean, maybe, I don't think it can get much better than Idlewild when it comes to cities or towns, I suppose. When you have you're literally, your mayor is, when your mayor is a dog and your governor is Arnold Schwarzenegger. But yeah, I can't, I don't know how bad it is in Gary, Indiana, and Hell, Michigan, and whatever the heck you guys got whatever the heck you guys got going on over there. All right. I mean, I guess there are some bad parts of LA, like Skid Row, but I think for the most part, it's mostly good. I think Skid Row, I think people will cite like Skid Row as the worst neighborhood in LA, but I think Skid Row is less like bad. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, it is not a great neighborhood, but I think it's more sad than anything. Rather than Ohio, it's snowing. I think my mom called me the other day, because I'm not in LA currently, but my mom called me the other day, and she was like complaining, it's like, I think she was complaining how it was like 90 degrees right now, even though it's like early spring. So she was complaining about how hot it was, I think. Why is it called that? I don't know why it's called Skid Row, actually. Here, let's see if I can get a picture of Skid Row. Of Los Angeles. Skid Row, Los Angeles. Let me get a picture of Skid Row in here. What's a good picture of Skid Row? I think this sums it up. This is Skid Row. Which is crazy because you can literally see in this photo, like downtown LA is right over there. Like the heart of Los Angeles. Like, like, literally the heart of Los Angeles, and probably the most prosperous part of, like, one of the most prosperous parts of the city is right over there. It's crazy because you take a wrong turn and suddenly you're in Skid Row. Like, Skid Row almost feels like a liminal space where you just take a wrong turn in downtown Los Angeles and suddenly you're in like, you're in the liminal space of like, what, like, a poor neighborhood where like the buildings are run down kinda, and yeah, it feels really weird because it's like, it's literally in downtown Los Angeles, like right next to it. I don't know. Skid Row is just more like sad than anything, I think. It's not a great place. Well, I don't think it's Skid Row's fault. Oh my. Yeah, there's some tide of 40. Yeah. Well, it's Southern California specifically. I'm sure it's snowing in Northern California, but Southern California is like a semi-desert. So, I mean, there are just straight up winter days in like Los Angeles where it reaches like 85, 90 for some reason. Even though in the morning it'll be like 30 degrees Fahrenheit or like just about 0 degrees Celsius. That's the lowest it ever gets though. Not enough to freeze anything, just like enough that the morning dew is frozen over. But that's about it. It's like literally the lowest it'll ever get is right in the morning when it's 0 degrees Celsius, and that's about it. Yeah. That town on the Great Gatsby. I don't remember the Great Gatsby. I don't remember much about it. But yeah, that's Skid Row. I don't know why it's called Skid Row. It just is. But it's sad and weird. I remember we were driving through Skid Row once to get back home. Don't remember why. This person was crossing the street and all started like right outside our car. I think we just stopped or something. Or we were stopping because of them. I don't know. And they started yelling at some other guy across the street, across our car. And my mom was like, "Nope, we're out of here." You live here with your friends? Not in Skid Row. I don't. I don't live in Skid Row. I'm not gonna say where I live in Los Angeles, but I'm gonna be honest. I don't live in Skid Row, thankfully. West Egg and East Egg. Oh, they're New York. Okay. I don't know about. LA is just kind of LA. People just kind of refer to all of LA as just LA, even though there's only like a one city. Like, it's actually Los Angeles, but like, because it's all like a giant interconnected web, there's like only a small part of like what people consider LA is actually the city of Los Angeles. But because for the most part, it's just like a big interconnected city for such a huge area, we just call all of it LA, even though some of them are like, some of the quote-unquote districts that you would consider maybe in New York are actually just their own cities. Oh, fictional place in Great Gatsby. Okay, got it. I don't remember the Great Gatsby. It's been 5 years since I was in high school. A metropolis? I would consider it a metropolis. I mean, when you think of the biggest cities in LA, not in LA, the biggest cities in America, what comes to mind? New York, Los Angeles, and then also Boston. Like, I think that's it. I think those, I mean, maybe you think of Seattle afterwards, but if you say name a city in America and your mind immediately goes to what, New York, Los Angeles, and then Boston, Chicago, like I think LA is up there. LA is definitely metropolis. LA was that big. LA is huge, man. It is like, you get from one side to the other, it's like it can be anywhere from like 45 minutes to an hour. It's big. It's really big. Hi, Press V. Yeah. Anyways, that's about as bad as it gets in LA. I don't think it gets worse than Skid Row. We don't have Oakland, California, thankfully. But yeah, Skid Row is just this weird neighborhood that's just like a liminal space in Los Angeles where you take a right turn on downtown and suddenly you take a wrong turn on downtown and suddenly you're just in a liminal space where everything is just like really sad and run down and doesn't have funding. So that's yeah. I don't know. Is Gary, Indiana worse than that? Maybe it's like Gary, Indiana, just like that, like an entire. Or like Hell, Michigan. I don't even know. That's what I imagine Detroit to be like whenever people talk about Detroit. Oh crap! Oh my gosh. Okay, it's already been like 2.5 hours. Okay. Parts that I saw were run down and abandoned. So I'm gonna imagine. Yeah, the Valley of Ashes and Gatsby is like a liminal space. I don't remember this about Gatsby. All I remember is Leonardo DiCaprio's smiling face and then the fact that he died at the end. Spoilers, sorry. Valley of Ashes. Read the book again. Are we gonna do a reading stream where I read The Great Gatsby on stream? We'd have a Kurtis audiobook of The Great Gatsby. There's a musical of The Great Gatsby? Why am I surprised? I shouldn't be. Between the glittering excitement of Manhattan and the stately mansions of the East and West Egg, there is a horrible stretch of road that goes through an area covered in dust and ash from the nearby factories. So why instead of simply calling it Queens or giving a fictional name, does Nick try to refer to it by the vaguely biblical sounding Valley of Ashes? Wait, so is the Valley of Ashes in The Great Gatsby just the Queens in New York? That's such a depressing way to say it. Oh my gosh. The Valley of Ashes is the depressing industrial area of Queens that is between West Egg and Manhattan. Is Queens actually that bad? Spoilers if you haven't read The Great Gatsby. Spoilers if you haven't read The Great Gatsby. We're reading the entirety of The Great Gatsby on stream. Stream does not end until I finish The Great Gatsby. My jaw is gonna hurt so bad after that stream. Parallels. You did Book Report twice. I don't remember The Great Gatsby that much. I remember Romeo and Juliet more because I had to read it twice. Because the first time, I read it a year before I was supposed to because my sister was so, I don't want to say incompetent, but she was so unwilling to actually try to understand the book of Romeo and Juliet that she made me, or actually I should specify, my mom made me read Romeo and Juliet for my sister and translate it for her. And then I had to read it again because my sister's a year older than me. I had to read it the next year because that's when it actually became my turn for my grade to read Romeo and Juliet. Never read anything for high school? Did you just use Spark Notes? I'm gonna be honest, I have many times like just used like a summary of a book to do a book report. Honestly, this one time and this wasn't even in high school, this was in college. I think it was in college. Was it college? Maybe it was high school, I don't remember. No, I think it was. I don't remember. If it was college, it was early college, but I forgot to read a book. I said I was gonna do a book report on it was college, I remember. I think it was like my second or third year of college. But I forgot to read a book I was gonna do a book report on. But luckily the assignment for the class was like, oh, tell me about this book, but don't give any spoilers. Because you need to read it as you need to give this book report as if it was a review of the book and trying to convince someone else to read it. So I just read the first chapter, I read the chapter titles, and I read the summary on the back of the book, and I wrote my entire, in about 2 hours before, in the 2 hours before the deadline, I wrote my entire book report based on just the information I had from that, and I ended up getting an A. So please, God, do not be a terrible student like I am, and actually do your work properly, because that was kind of stressful. That's not always gonna work. Nomeo, oh my gosh, I think I did watch Nomeo and Juliet. No. I think I did watch Nomeo and Juliet once. But that was probably back in elementary school in my daycare. The Gatsby. I think The Great Gatsby was a good book. I just don't remember much about it. Romeo and Juliet is actually a banger though. I mean, it's a good story. I mean, it's a classic, obviously, but I don't know who Jeremy Jordan is. Daycare? How old is Nomeo and Juliet? That's a good question. Nomeo and Juliet. It was definitely back in elementary school. It came out in 2011. So I would have been 7 or 8 years old. Which tracks because I think I was that's second, third grade for me. Which I actually have beef with because my daycare was run by a quote unquote family friend. But the daycare director definitely treated me worse than everyone else in the daycare. It wasn't even a me thing. I think I think the other kids actively acknowledged that I got a worse off treatment from the daycare director, who was supposed to be my family's friend, than everyone else. And the daycare director would often, I didn't even know this until like a couple years ago, but the reason why but like for some reason my family has a large movie collection, right? So we have like a lot of like classic Disney movies and stuff, but like they were all, and I thought it was just we just sort of had them because we used to go on road trips. I didn't really know why. I didn't really question why we had so many movies, but we just sort of have a catalog. But I know now that we have so many movies because my old daycare director would ask my parents to go out and buy movies to show for the daycare. And the crazy thing is, I wasn't allowed to watch them most of the time because I would be on timeout. Which now the fact that I know that my family paid money for movies that I was on timeout and wasn't allowed to watch, kind of makes me mad now. I had no idea back in the day. But I think Romeo and Juliet, I don't know if we own Romeo and Juliet, but I swear Romeo and Juliet was one of those instances. And I don't remember much about it because I was probably trying to sneakily watch it from around the corner of the desk. Yeah, from around the corner of the desk. While being on timeout, which is probably why I don't remember. Yeah, that's, if I did watch it, that was probably the one circumstance in which I did actually watch the movie. So, I was on timeout most of the time. Yeah. Baz Luhrmann's Romeo and Juliet is unironically fantastic. What's that one? Okay, so this is the one with Leonardo DiCaprio, and I thought this movie was a bit weird because they still use the old Shakespearean English, but it's like all modern day. Like, I thought West Side Story was a better way to do Romeo and Juliet in modern times compared to, like, I don't know, I thought all the Shakespearean English in Romeo plus Juliet was a bit out of place, but I mean, that's just me. Yeah. Kurtis, go to your corner. No, literally. It was, I'd be sitting in front of the desk. It was so bad. I remember like laying down and looking at the letters on the spine of a book in front of that damn desk. I remember peeking around the corner of the desk to get a sight at the CRT stationed on the corner, on the top corner. It was so bad. I remember that freaking hag, and this is that freaking hag. I think for an entire semester, for an entire half of the school year, back in 3rd grade, humiliated me by because we were like because in the daycare we were like split up by grade, right? So I think like there was like an older kids group and a younger kids group. So there was like a group for like kindergartners to 2nd graders, and then like for 3rd graders and up. For half of it, I think it was like kindergartners and 1st graders, and then it was like different age groups, right? So like because obviously kids like look different, right? I back in 3rd grade, for an entire half of a school year, I got paired up as a 3rd grader with like the kindergarten 1st grade group, and it was so embarrassing because I'm like literally like a head taller than every other kid. It was so bad. Aww. I'm so glad I got out of there from you have no idea. It was so liberating to get out of there. That daycare in 5th grade. Oh my gosh. It was bad because I got bullied too, right? But the thing is, I got bullied like there were like legitimately some like there was this group of kids like a year or 2 older than me that like did actively bully me, and it was bad because that I don't even like I forgive them. I don't care. Like they didn't bully me as bad as like the daycare director did. The adults did. That was so bad. No, I actually did used to play basketball. It was crazy. I don't want. This isn't like. I think that specifically that daycare director was bad. I remember hearing that like she fired someone because they let the kids quote unquote have too much fun, and I later found out like at the memorial service for when my grandfather passed away, she was there. I don't know who invited her, but she was there, and then my great aunt. We were talking about how my daycare director was there, and my great aunt was like, wait, she's here? And I was like, wait, you know her? And she was like, oh my gosh, I shouldn't say anything. And then we were just like around, and like, cause it was like, I think a bunch of young adults. Like it was like me, my sister, and stuff. I don't know, I don't remember who it was, but we were all sitting at the table with my great aunt, and we were like, okay, hold on, wait, no. You have to spill the tea. You have to spill the tea. What we don't know what her relationship to our family is. What is it? And she was like, oh, so she is, I think like my great aunt, she was my uncle's ex-girlfriend, I think. So my great aunt's son's ex-girlfriend, basically. That's the relationship there. I think was how she was quote unquote family friend. So that was crazy to learn after all of that. Yeah. But it's crazy because I actually forgive the kids that bullied me back when I was in elementary school, but I don't forgive her. Anyways, that's enough dumping for a while. I'm over it. Things on you. I have no clue, honestly. I don't even remember. I'm gonna be so honest. I remember she put me on timeout once because I was laughing too hard. Like, one of the kids that bullied me, they came back from like, I don't know, like a bathroom or something and said something I thought that was really funny, and I started laughing, and it was supposed to be homework time, so she put me on timeout because I was laughing too much. I don't know if she's, I mean, I'm not like very perceptive when it comes to like other people's feelings. So I have no idea if she was like just taking things out on me. I don't know. That's not my concern. All I don't know if she was going through something at the time. I really can't tell. All I know is what she did to me. I don't know what she was thinking at the time. And honestly, I still don't know what she thinks. I've never been a very perceptive person, or I wouldn't say now I am, but I think back then I wasn't very perceptive when it came to other people's like feelings. I just sort of accepted things as they were. So I never fought back because, I mean, how do you fight back? Yeah. Anyways, Romeo and Juliet. Cool movie, I think. Interesting. I remember bits and pieces of it, but it's been so long that I don't remember anymore. But from what I remember of it, it seemed cool. That's enough. That should be enough venting, I think. I think I've been it's okay. I'm totally over it. I think the last memory I have of at least like those days of like being bullied. I remember in middle school, cause the leader of the kids that like bullied me back in elementary school was like 2 years older than me. I remember being in 6th grade, and by the time I was in 6th grade and went on to middle school, he was like in 8th grade and about to graduate. And I only ever saw him once, but he was in 8th grade. And I think he just passed by me in. I think we were just passing by each other in the hallway, and I didn't even know, but like he was there, and he just said, "Oh, hey, Kurtis," and I was like, "Oh, hi," and I think he apologized to me. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry for bullying you." It was like really quick. It was like, "I'm sorry for bullying you," and I think without a second thought, I was just like, "It's okay, I don't mind," and then we went our separate ways, and I never saw him again. But I mean, I've always been like that. I've always been quick to forgive. But yeah, that's the last thing I remember of those days of like, I think that's like the last thing I remember of being bullied. They weren't even, I mean, honestly, like, I don't even think it wasn't even that bad from them. It was mainly just the daycare director. Anyways, yeah. I remember something about the lawnmower. Didn't the lawnmower like crush up some gnome? Isn't it like a Romeo and Juliet? If if you get cracked, you die, right? Like that's just how it worked in Romeo and Juliet. I don't know. Memory of being bullied. No, I remember being bullied. The thing is, I remember it. I just forget. I just forgive. Because honestly, I think it just got made worse because the adults didn't do anything about it. So I honestly, I didn't even, I mean, honestly, like my weakness, and I've been told this, I was told this as a kid, my weakness is that I'm too kind. Even though they did actively bully me, I still hung out with them sometimes. Like I remember drawing comics with one of the guys that bullied me. I just didn't care. I mean, I'm just too nice of a person. Whatever. I totally remember it, but it just wasn't. I don't know. I just didn't. I was just too soft of a person, I suppose. Anyways, yeah, no, that's. I really don't mind. You know my MBTI. I think back then, it's changed. It was ENFP back in elementary school, I think it was. Then it switched to INFP because I became more introverted, and now it's ISFP. So I think INFP is what? The mediator, and ISFP is. What is ISFP? It's ISFPA, the adventurer now. I think, yeah. So it used to be the mediator, and now it's ISFP, which is the adventurer. Yeah, it's ISFPA, so I'm assertive, I suppose. I think it was INFPA as well. Oh, it might have been INFP. Yours is cool? That's true. What a cool guy. The painter character. ISFP is. You mean like the little icon? Yeah, it's a painter. On like the 16 personalities website, it's a painter. And open minds, approaching life, new experiences, and people with grounded warmth. Yeah. What about you guys? Do you guys have personality types? INFPT. Gotcha. INFP. Wow. Maybe I guess we're kind of alike then. But I used to be INFP, so and I certainly was INFP when I started streaming. So, maybe we're all alike. Maybe maybe we just maybe I just attract that kind of crowd. Hurt like chat. Yeah. That's always been my philosophy when it comes to friendships though. Because honestly, I don't think I've ever like actively gone out of my way to make friends, you know? But somehow I ended up with a sizable group of friends, I think. And I just think it just sort of happens over time. So my philosophy is just sort of the people that stick around the most in your life, I think for me at least, just sort of naturally come. It's like almost like, I guess like almost like, I don't know, like people have a natural gravity towards each other, and when people when people, I don't know, people have a natural gravity towards each other, I think, and people that will, I don't know, I think the best people that will stick by you in life, you know, just kind of come naturally, I think. That's the philosophy I've like I've come to, I think, over time. Maybe that's true here. Maybe introverts like Pokemon. Not even the first day of uni. What do you mean the first day of uni? Actually, I did make friends on like near the first day of university. Just because I was like walking through my dorm and some guy was like playing Smash Bros on like in like the public area. No, I didn't even try to make friends. Like I think I just ended up playing Smash Bros with him, and then they ended up introducing me to a bunch of other different people. No, I'm an introvert. I'm not only am I an introvert, I am horribly asocial. Like I am like low key a shut-in. I mean, it's kind of bad because I was like, I didn't have any social skills back then. I don't know. Yeah, no, I just didn't really try to make friends. Not even like as a VTuber or anything. It just sort of happened. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I'm a very solitary type of person. I don't need... Having friends is definitely nice. Having friends is healthy, I think. But I also do need a lot of alone time. So, yeah, I don't actively try to make friends, but having friends is nice. But no, I'm a very solitary person by nature, I think. You had high school orientation, I was too scared to say anything to anyone. Here, I think this meme that my friend Millie drew years ago sums it up perfectly. Here we go. Let me put it on screen here. Here we go. There we go. That's where the middle finger thing emote comes from. Millie drew this back in December of 2021. Holy moly. Cause this is a meme, right? Hold on. Yeah, that was me. I think Millie mentioned that I'm a lot more social nowadays. I think I used to be very much like, okay, sure. Back then, but I'm a lot more outgoing nowadays, I think. I'm not really ill people anymore, but it is I've changed a lot over the years. Now that I think I know myself a little better. But no, it's funny. Yeah, it's like a meme format. Here we go. Here we go. I don't know who these characters are, but it certainly is its own meme format. Anyways, yeah. But still, I'm a very solitary creature. Your course is niche? Yeah, I think I know the people taking my major, but the thing is that like my major, because it's astronomy, it's so niche. I legitimately have classes where like there's 4 people. Like there are like 4, 5, 6 people in the class, in the whole classroom. Like, so I think at that point, I know the people in my course. So yeah, I literally had an ill people occurrence like yesterday because I really didn't want to go to the vending machine because there was like 50 people there, all there chilling. Why are there 50 people chilling around a vending machine? What? No, okay, I'm gonna be honest, because I live pretty much on campus, right? Like on my campus. Legitimately, at like 3 a.m., I go out of my dorm and I walk to the vending machine. If it isn't ill people or no people. I mean, sometimes it's just like, ew, I don't feel like, it's like me today, right? Or today I was like, ew, homework, I don't want to do that right now. It's like, it could have been, oh no, homework, but I totally get it. But no, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really get that. But mainly because I'm not even like scared of people perceiving me. Okay, I think it's because of my, like, for me personally, right? Back in high school, like I mentioned before, like I think I'm a bit of a I look very average, right? And back when I was quiet, I think I was a forgettable person. So I never had any issues of people wanting to come up and talk to me. So if someone like randomly came up and started talking to me, I would like internally panic. But because that never happened, I'm like not really scared of like being in a group of people. Like I don't think people are gonna perceive me really. Honestly, I kind of felt like a ghost in high school. So and even in middle school. So I'm not really scared of people coming up and talking to me. I just kind of mind my own business. I mean, I've never really had like an ill people moment because even if I am in a big group of people, I'm not scared of them like interacting with me. So save me from the shame of having to walk between all these people. You just wanted a soda. Ah, new third spaces. Yeah, I'm not really scared of walking around people because I just don't think people really perceive me that much, which is weird because I think people perceive me more now that I have blue hair. Well, it's not even that I have blue hair. I think I have more aura now because I'm more self-confident. So even back when I had blue hair, people didn't really talk to me that much either. I started having blue hair back in like, I think like a little more than midway through high school, but people didn't even really talk to me either. So I think, I don't know. Yeah. But I think if someone came up and started talking to me, I would panic a little. But for the most part, people leave me alone. So I can handle myself. So I'm not really scared of like people judging me. Because I think, I don't know, in my mind, the thing is that like, if I'm being judged, right? The thing is that like, if I'm in a certain situation, to calm myself down from having social anxiety, what I usually think to myself is like, oh, well, what do I think of like anyone else in the situation? Like I just put myself in their shoes. It's like I don't care that this person wants to walk through the vending machine and get a soda. Who is this? Who is this weird, generic Asian person? Anyways, it couldn't possibly be a phantom thief. No, I'm kidding. No, but literally, I just in my mind it's just sort of like I mean, if I were them, I wouldn't care that this person is here. So that's what calms me down most of the time. Although I kind of do get the feeling. I think I did feel that a lot in like when I took my Japan trip maybe like 2 years ago. I think I started being like really paranoid of like, oh, I don't know, do I look like a really weird foreigner or something like that? So I'd be scared of people back in Japan. And then when I came back from Japan, I think that social anxiety stuck with me for a while. Like for some reason I just had really bad social anxiety until it spiked and I straight up like crashed and had a panic attack. I think a couple months later, and then I knocked myself out of it because I was like, Kurtis, what are you doing? Like literally, like no one cares anymore. So I do kind of understand now that I remember. I had a social anxiety panic attack for like one of the only, not the first time, but one of the only times. I think like a year and a half ago. But that was like I was just being dumb a little. Not dumb, but it was just like for some reason I started getting social anxiety when I went on my Japan trip, and it just stuck with me for some reason. Just mean people, so that's true. Maybe I'm just not scared of mean people because of that daycare story I had earlier. I don't know. A thrift store later. Ooh, I found a Pikachu doll at a thrift store, so maybe you'll find something for Coco. Other people's energy. Is that what like being an empath is? I found myself like feeding off of other people's energy a little bit more recently. Like if someone else is sad, I'll be sad, something like that. So I don't know if I'm an empath though. Probably not. I have social anxiety when you're LA. Yeah, maybe it is the LA energy. Maybe it's because I'm a city boy. I mean, honestly, I kind of attribute it to like Anime Expo, because in Anime Expo is like the biggest anime convention on the West Coast, possibly even the US, right? And it gets so packed in there. Oftentimes you're literally shoulder to shoulder with people. And I've been going since like 2013, 2014. Yeah, no, I think it was because last year was, I think, what, my 10th year total at Anime Expo, right? So I think my first year was like 2015. So maybe that inoculated me to people, being like, yeah, no, it's just there's so many people always, and you're just shoulder to shoulder, you just don't care. It's expensive. No. Good luck, Play Coco. You got this. You got anyone Expo? That small talk is dying. Well, it died with me. I don't do small talk. That's a lie. I do small talk sometimes, but you can totally go to Expo. Even like not even like Anime Expo. There's like tons of small conventions you can go to. Like there's Anime Impulse, which is like a smaller anime convention in LA. And I think there's like smaller ones there's like small places like anime conventions all over America. So I'm sure you're in like all over the world even. I think I'm gonna try to go to Otakuthon later this year in Canada. So, and I'm gonna try to meet up with some friends like Victory. So we'll see how that goes. It was you. It was me. I killed small talk. Okay, I gotta go. I mentioned I said I was gonna do a short stream because I had to go get ready for having a dinner with my friends. It's been 3 hours. I'm literally gonna be late. I'm gonna be late. I had so much fun chatting with all you guys that I'm totally gonna be late for that dinner that some of my college friends asked for. What's for dinner? That's a good question. I think we wanted to go get sushi or something. I don't know. Let me see. What do they want? Where are we going actually? Yeah, I think we're going to get sushi. Like this has happened before. No, I'm getting deja vu. This definitely happened before. Okay, I gotta go. No, don't apologize. That's my fault for not cutting it off an hour earlier. Okay. Hold on. I will go. Okay. Bye. Thank you guys so much for chatting with me. I feel better, I guess. I feel a lot better. Because earlier I was just sort of like, I don't really want to do anything right now. I feel a lot better right than earlier. Okay. It's on the opposite side of the city. I hope to God it's not on the other side of the city. I'm gonna perish if it is. Swoosh. Okay. You guys collect items? I used to collect. Okay, hold on. Okay, one last thing. For you, Coco. I remember this one time in my family went on a road trip and we went to Zion Canyon in Utah, and I found a rock in the shape of a perfect equilateral triangle, and I collected that. I wish I still had that rock. My mom threw it out, but that was a great find. It was a rock naturally shaped as a perfect equilateral triangle, and I thought it was so cool. Okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, bye. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good everything. I'll see you guys. Yeah, the sacred rock. Yeah. What if it was a piece of the Triforce? Anyways, okay, I gotta go. I gotta stop chat. I'm having so much fun yapping. I gotta go. Okay, bye. I will see you guys on Friday. I'm gonna be playing some more Deltarune. I'm gonna be finishing up. Not finishing up, actually. We're gonna be going back to chapter 1, fighting Jevil, and then we'll see what secret bosses I can fight from then. Okay. I gotta go. I gotta go get changed and look presentable. I can't go in my Phantom Thief outfit. Okay. Bye-bye. See you guys.